Alright, so we are doing chapter 16, lesson 4. Okay, if you follow what the book tells you, you can do the lesson. However, there's an easier way. So I thought I would show you what it is, teach you that method, and hope for the best. You're not filming me too, are you? Okay. Alright. Yo, just his phone.
Thousands of cameras.
Not a problem.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Alright, so if you're jotting down a note or two, we are doing absolute value problems.
Right notes.
Okay? If you're jotting down a note or two, okay. Just saying. Okay. Alright. What your book tells you to do, and I will just very briefly show you what the book wants you to do. Okay? They want you to take the absolute value of x minus a in this case and just take it first as if it were a positive thing, and then to write it as if x minus a were a negative thing. Okay? Got that, kind of? Okay? And so then you would go ahead and solve this problem for x by adding a to both sides and end up with that on one side. This side would be a little bit more complicated, right? Okay, so then we would end up with negative x is less than or equal to negative a plus b. And then we'd have to, of course, multiply or divide by a negative, whatever you want to call it here. Flip the sign, and we would get a minus b. Okay, so we would end up with x in the middle if we rewrote this. And we would say x is greater than a minus b, but less than a plus b.
Can you move a little bit?
Okay, and your book would show you a variety. You know, that there might be shortcuts for doing this or whatever. Okay, this is the book's method. Okay, why thank you. Okay,
It seems like it takes a really long.
it does. Okay, not that it's going to take you a short time because you are in lesson. Okay, you might want to move your seat if you're having difficulty because we don't want to make Brandon see.
When she scoots over there, she's out of the view.
All right, so what I just want to show you, Mrs. Hall, when she worked here, you know, I came and asked her a question and I presented how the book teaches it and showed her the question that I had, and she was like, why are you solving it that way? And I said, that's how the textbook shows to solve it. And she goes, oh, let me show you another way. So what she showed me was just this, simply that you take this original problem, okay, and then you're going to rewrite it as simply the way you did. X minus a is less than or equal to b. And then you would just write it as x minus a is greater than or equal to negative b. So you flip this sign and you make whatever comes on the right-hand side the opposite. Okay, so I flipped the sign and the b became the opposite. Okay, then just move your seat. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move the a over to the other side and get x is less than a plus b. And here we're going to add a to both sides, and we're going to get x is greater than or equal to a minus b. Okay, and if we rewrote it, we would get a minus b less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to a plus b. In other words, we get the exact same answer, but all we did here was we just changed this side and changed the sign, which is what we would eventually end up doing anyway, rather than doing that nonsense. Yes, ma'am.
Because of the lighting, you can't really see the stuff on there, like on the video.
I got it. No, it's just because you're looking at it up.
Yeah, I think it's really.
I can't see it.
But it's.
Let me just see if I can fix lighting.
There we go.
Boom.
Okay.
Can you
All right.
see it?
Yep. Nope. It just
All right,
focused on her
Nancy,
face again.
question.
Why do you have to do it both ways?
The reason you have to do it both ways is because an absolute value problem, whatever is in the absolute value could be a positive answer or it could be a negative answer, okay? And so because it could potentially, you know, like x minus a could potentially be a negative answer, you solve it both ways. What?
Don't.
Okay, quickly write it down because the camera's rolling and I can hear him crying.
Why did you get to the board? Oh my gosh.
How many people actually watch your videos?
I watched them before.
I watched them too.
I usually do them with just my hand, but it's easier for me to just tape it in class than it is to actually recreate everything. Okay, can I erase?
1 second.
You can copy off of mine.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna start off slow, get a little faster.
Right?
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Okay, so in this case, we have the absolute value of x is 5. Okay?
Okay.
So we could rewrite it as x equals 5 and x equals -5. All right. And you can also draw a line graph with it. Okay, so you draw your little line graph. Okay, and you would put -5, hopefully to the left of 5, because you're intelligent beings. Okay, and in this case, because x is simply equal, we're just simply putting dots. We don't get to shade anything because it's not an inequality. But we'll get to color later.
Yay!
Okay. All right, so next problem. Okay, now we have the absolute value of x is less than 5. Okay, so we can rewrite that 2 ways. Okay, x is less than 5, right? And then we could write it as x is greater than -5.
Yeah.
Okay, so we flipped the sign. We made what's on the right-hand side the opposite. Okay, don't do that, please. Okay, now we're going to draw our line. He doesn't know what I mean.
I was trying to stop the scratching.
Oh, he's here. We can stop recording.
Sorry,
We were making you a video.
Say hello to your future self.
You ruined it.
Did yourself?